Hello. Just checking to see if everything is working as expected. Can you? Yes, all good? All right. So we are officially live. Let us know if there's someone in there in the chat and you want to say hi. So Open Source Thursdays is a project where Thiago and I'm Stephanie, we are the hosts of the hexdevs podcast. And we started this project because we have always wanted to contribute to Rails, and we decided to make that time now. And the goal of Open Source Thursdays is to show the real life of working on a new code base. So it's lots of Googling, stumbling around, debugging, making lots of mistakes, reading the docs, and learning in real time. So we have been having lots of fun, and we hope to make open source contributions more accessible and people get more comfortable with it. So do you want to make a recap from last week?
Hello. So last week we picked one issue to work on. So we got the active storage disk service problem, and we tried to reproduce the error. So we were able to reproduce the error where when you're using active storage and the disk service, so running things locally on your disk, you couldn't access the URL for a model when you have a file attached. Mm-hmm. And then we were able to reproduce the error last week, and we ran this little single file application, a Rails application that you can just run Ruby application name, and then the little application had tests, and then the tests failed because of the bug, and that was fine. And then we tried to fix it by reading one of the comments, and we weren't able to, and we didn't know why, so we just finished the live and we left a comment on the issue saying, hey, we tried to fix it the way you said, but it didn't work. And then some people said, yeah, but on my machine your example works, and I am using Ruby 3.0. And we said, oh, okay, so that makes sense because we were using Ruby 2.7. So you can even notice that we were using Ruby 2.7 on ASDF, on RVM. And then, so we changed the Ruby version, and then the tests passed, so the fix worked. And so now we are able to understand how to fix it, and at least from the example that they gave, there's a way to fix it manually. And then we started, so Stephanie added more comments there, and then we had a little discussion about how to change the Rails code in order to fix this issue. And so people gave us some ideas. So instead of like looking at the environment, they told us to do something a little different. And so, for example, Pixeltrix, he gave us even an example of how to solve the problem on the code base. And he said you need to detect if you're using the storage adapter, using the disk service. And he said just always draw the specific routes for the disk service. And then he said, okay, you can implement this thing, but you only need to figure out how to do the disk service enabled check. And so that's what we want to figure out today, and then add some tests and see if we were able to to do it. So yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. And then now we're gonna try to understand how to fix the bug and see if we can create a pull request maybe. So yeah, we'll just try to figure it out. We're not sure.
Yeah. The goal is to figure things out live. So let's go. I went through the discussion, and I just broke it down into some steps, and something that I think it's also what we need to do is to also document in the change log why we're making the change.
Later.
No, I know. I'm just saying what goes beyond just changing the code in an open source project. And I wonder, and actually when you go here in the contributing guide, they say it's nice to look around where your changes might, influence other documentations. And so this is something that we will also need to do at the end. And so to break it down, these steps, what we need to do is we need to detect if the current storage adapter is using the disk service. And then we need to always draw these specific routes, regardless of which environment we are talking about, like development or production. And so I'm not. They mentioned that we needed to change the tests in royalties, and I'm not really sure what is this royalties. Like, what is this? Is this another repository?
No, so it's just I guess it's a different package.
Just a different. Okay. All right. So we're going to start actually working on this. So let us know in the chat if you like to say something. Just let us know. I'll try to keep looking at the chat. Okay. So I guess we will join the active storage realm. And I think maybe we can enter the active storage module, and then we can run the tests just to see if everything is okay.
Yeah.
Right?
It might take a while.
It's just the active storage. So, because at least we will know if what we are working on, it's actually not an implementation error or something. So, I mean, a configuration, local configuration. So while it's running, let's see. Maybe, should I change my Ruby version? Okay, maybe. How can I do that with, is it list Ruby? Oh, but I want to see the...
How did you run the testing? Oh, I ran it.
Yeah, I think you ran in your... So let me install...
The ASDF install Ruby 3.0.
Okay.
ASDF install Ruby.
Maybe it's like this? No?
Do ASDF list all Ruby dash all list dash all Ruby. So everything together, list dash all Ruby.
Truffle Ruby.
So
2.0.
Oh, maybe you need to update it.
My
Funny.
ASDF?
Yeah, that's weird.
Let's install Ruby 3.
You should be able to. Maybe have to update something. Yeah, plugin update. Go up.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
Then list all again. I guess you can just install it.
Okay, so let's try. Awesome. And then do you want to run the test with the solution they gave it here, just so we know everything? We are starting with the right thing.
You could run, if you want, you can run the gist again, just to show that the code fixes the issue. Because I ran that on my computer, so I thought it was on your computer, but it was on mine. But it does work, so I did try, and it does work.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot to update. Well, but in case, maybe we can then just go through the royalties while it's installing. I don't even know where. Oh, it's here. So test royalties. Let me take a look. Implement disk service enabled. Write the royalties test, which ensure that this feature works and doesn't get broken in the future. Okay, so I guess if we search by active storage here, maybe we can find where it's testing. So we have generator. I'm trying to see where in the royalties test we need to add this fix test.
So it's not on royalties. He said you need to add tests for it, but the fix is probably on the file that he linked. So there's a link here.
Sorry.
Active storage. So probably have to fix it there.
All right. Did it go? Did it? Okay, so
you have to activate it. So current ASDF, current Ruby. So you need to change it to ASDF global Ruby 3.0, and then run the current again. Yeah, okay.
Okay. And so if I come in the, it's kind of hard to see with the yeah, I can't see. Rails active storage, and then if I just run this, it should pass.
What did you run? I didn't see. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, no, I was just running the gist again. So okay, so Ruby version is fine. The tests are passing.
Yeah, see the URL here.
Okay, so I think this would be great to start with the tests, like, because I think it is a way to get used to the active storage code. So maybe we can get started with that, right?
Create a branch maybe.
Yeah, you're right. So let me see. I think I need to main, okay. I think I need to fetch first. So just a second, I don't remember how to do that. Git fetch upstream. Okay. I think I did it earlier. I am already on main. If I wrote, okay, I think it's everything's updated, so you won't do anything. All right, so how can we name our branch? Fix active storage disk service URL bug. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right, so we are in our branch. We are updated with the Rails code since we forked. So let's go. I want to get more familiar with the active storage stuff. So if we just come in here in the tests. Oh, actually I wanted to run the test, right? And then I got some Ruby, lots of Ruby warnings. So maybe it will be cleaner, but let's see. All right. So what I would like to do is, I would like to do TDD.
Maybe you want to run one test then, not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's might take a while.
Oh. Let's wait. So probably. Maybe we can find draw routes. Okay. So which this is a test, right? Okay. Which one?
Maybe look at control URLs maybe. Yeah, let's see one of them. Proxy. Yeah.
Proxy URL test.
We're just testing the paths there.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can.
Maybe run this test.
Yeah.
Or this other one.
Okay. Then what is that file? Rails active storage config routes. Okay. All right, so, oh, awesome. So we can run that file, right?
Yeah, so you should search for a way to run just one test, because I don't remember.
Me either.
Ruby, whatever. I think they have it on the Rails guides. Yeah.
Ah, get away from here.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to, so test
Ruby dash I.
Okay, gotcha. So I guess I still need to.
No, just Ruby
Mm-hmm.
dash I.
Test and then the file. I guess if I just run the what is the name? Rails storage. Proxy. Let's see. Okay, so looks good. That's exactly what we wanted. So I guess now we can get started. How? What do you think it's?
Duplicate that test maybe, because it's related. Is it related to URLs or something else? Let's see the other tests.
Maybe the models. Controllers, disk, URL, database, showing blob line.
Maybe if you create a test and you call URL and erases that error, maybe it's a good start.
Say it again.
So this is testing the disk controller, and it's trying to do a get on the URL. But yeah, I'm not sure. Blob as attachment. Because maybe if we could replicate that problem, you see, maybe by setting draw routes false, you could replicate that problem on the test, and then you can try to fix it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this should be here or somewhere else, but this is, maybe it's a good start.
Yeah. Maybe we can get started. So we would need to kind of set this. Where is it? False. Like we need to do this in the controller, in the tests. Draw routes. Because yeah, we need to replicate the issue. We need to set the draw routes to false because it is default. The default it's to true. So we gotta figure out how we do that. Rails application routes. Maybe we can do something like that. Header root.
Let's try something. Search for draw routes, maybe.
I already did. That's all it has with draw. But can you take a look at that file? The
This
routes?
One? Oh.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. Maybe we can like do this.
It's not draw, it's draw routes, it's the configuration.
Yeah, but I wonder if we can do some. Okay, so let's Search config. It's configured, right? Okay. Development, config, production. So it looks like we can call the config directly. That's what I'm... Disk service test. Can change root. If we just do this. Rails application.config. Action dispatch. Like this. Files parameter. So I wonder if we can do something like we can just do something like rails.config. What is it?
Draw routes.
Like this. And then we put it like in
maybe duplicate the test. Duplicate this test instead of changing it. No.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Just duplicate the test.
So test showing blob URL with draw routes house. We can fix it later, but
can you take a look again at the URL tests? Because it might be the right place.
This one?
Yeah, so
include.
It feels like this is a better place to do it, but I'm not sure.
Proxy path. You're probably right. Oops, we can do that. Cause they even do like some settings here. Assert includes setup, resolve model. I don't understand what is the... Okay, this is the proxy. Okay, I do know that by setting the draw route to false, it removes this. So maybe we can just like call. Okay, let's try here.
Maybe duplicate the file because it doesn't have.
Okay, I'll just do this. Rails storage. What does it have with disk? Like
well, just give it whatever name you want. We can figure it out later. Doesn't...
Oh, see? Disk service URL.
Okay, that's interesting.
So it looks like show. Okay, so this controller. This was the one we were in? I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's a good place.
Showing blob has attachment. Showing blob range. Showing blob does not exist. So we have this one. Yeah, we will definitely know when we open the PR, but it looks like this is a good place, right?
Just duplicate one of the tests and let's see if we can set draw routes as false or something.
Okay, so we want to test that the attachment URL
raises an error.
When draw routes is false. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. So the first thing that we need to do is call this one, which in theory looks like we don't need to set anything for this to work. Like, it looks like it already inherits everything.
Okay.
I might be wrong. We
Run
will
it.
find out.
Just run it. And let's see what happens.
Yeah. Let me see how did she test here. So maybe we can. Do we? How does they get? Which attachment are they using here? Create a blob. Okay, so I guess we can just call this.
Yeah.
What is this with service local public?
It's probably a different type of service. So with service probably changes some configuration inside the context there.
Okay, so I guess that's it, right? Blob URL.
Yeah, run it.
Let's see. So where is this file located again? Controllers, disk controller. Oops, sorry. Controller disk. Let's see. Okay. What does... Oh, it's a big block.
Line 120, is that your test?
Yeah, okay. So maybe we need to do like...
Can you run a specific line? I guess so.
What do you mean?
Like just run this test
Oh, yeah.
instead of all of them?
Yes, you can do something like this.
Okay.
No? So Rails run line test.
So it's mini test, right? Is that mini test or dash L?
Dash L. See?
But is that mini test? I'm not sure.
I also don't know. Test method name. Name? Okay, so
what would be the name?
I guess it should be this.
It's not a method name. It's just description.
I was pretty sure we could.
I'm pretty sure on the Rails guides they have an example.
Let's go there. Oops.
Yeah, see? Just search for
Line.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe try
Running tests.
tests.
Should be here, right? So
dash I maybe. No, just search for dash I.
here. You can also run any single test separately.
But it's not. It's the whole file, right? I guess it's fine. It's not too bad.
I'm pretty sure I saw this somewhere. It's... This is here, right?
It's fine. It's not too bad. Just let's see what the error is.
Yeah, I don't... Okay. Give up. Yeah, I thought this... Anyway, it doesn't work. Test controller. Anyway, let's go. Yeah. Okay. This undefined local variable method config.
Maybe you need rails.config.
Yeah. Let's see.
I wonder if you have other tests that use the config.
So let's
Search for config maybe. Yeah.
So let's see.
This is your...
I know. Just this one config. I think we have to scope down. Rails application.config.
Yeah, let's try that.
So
Rails
do we have? I think we
application.
need application. Yeah. Rails.application.config.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yay! Wait, was that expected?
No.
um,
Did you assert something?
no, I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
to do that. So we need to assert response, but that I don't know what I want to assert. I want to see what will happen, to be honest. How did we assert? Maybe we could just do something like blob.url, because it will try to get it, right? So
But you need to give it something. Assert true or whatever. Equal. Assert equal
Okay.
t or something. I don't know.
like this, equal data blob.
Yeah, something like that.
So we can do like,
So there's no comma there.
but there is one here.
But not on the method name, after the method name, only on the parameters. Yeah.
But
No, so
it
you added a
needs-
comma. So assert equal is a method,
Mhm.
is a function. So yeah, so you add the comma there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so let's see what we are expecting is to get the error, no method error,
Or something.
yeah.
Raise some error.
like this
whatever.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, so cannot generate URL for hello.txt using disk service. Please set active storage current host.
So maybe you also have to set the current host. Because I guess on the gist, go back there.
Here, right?
Yeah, so they set a host. I wonder if you can just can you just use host? Search for host on this folder.
Test helper.
Yeah, I guess you can just
host.
do that. Yeah, so should work.
So just the host or directly?
I mean, I guess you can do
But
that.
isn't this already setting up the host?
On this test case, right? Oh, yeah, okay, so it's a test helper. Interesting.
Unless this is not...
Maybe it's a different test, doesn't use that helper.
No, it is here.
Is it the same test helper?
Because... It is requiring... And then it is saying that we need to set the host. Is it because we are doing that?
In which line does the problem happen? Can you show me the
126.
So which one?
I added this, so...
So it's on the assert. Interesting.
Can we just blob create blob? I wonder if we don't need to call this.
So it's kind of a controller test. You gotta do something, right? You can't just
encode update. Why do we... Okay, let's... So data, something else, create blob directly upload. Do we need to set something else?
What's the error again?
It's saying that cannot generate URL for hello text. Oh, wait.
This is like a fixture file or something.
Okay. So generate for disk service. Please set active storage.
Just try that. Just try to run it. Just add that line again. And
This
see
one?
what happens. Yeah, see what happens.
No. Okay, so it's not that. It's almost... Can I just test something? Like what does it happen here? Okay, so it's not...
Oh.
It's not real, because I thought it was related to this, but it is not.
Okay.
So I wonder, Bob service URL upload. I wonder if we need to do something else. I mean, clearly we do, but how? So it calls create. Get blob URL. Create blob. So, and then this one passes. Get blob.url. What?
Yeah, but it's different, right?
It's different, right? Yeah, that's what I was... Let's see what happens here. Because this is not failing up there, so maybe that one was creating a different thing. Okay, no, we still got the same. What are we?
What if you just copy that?
Yeah, let's... Oh, we're just... Okay, so it should pass. I mean, I'm just changing the name of the test. Okay, so there's something get the blob URL. Okay, and then if we just add this, let's see. That's not right. That's not right.
We're not doing anything with the URL, right? You need to assert something.
Oh, you're totally right. So let's assert. Then we can do the. Yeah, I remember once I was like.
So have a Y here.
Thank you. Okay. So now we should fail. Okay. But then it is. Do we need to put this in a block somehow?
I think when you call URL, something happens. That's why we get the error. Because if you comment this line here, 126.
Yeah, then it passes.
Yeah, because I guess it's only when you call URL.
So.
Yeah.
So, isn't anyone calling URL here? Let's see.
So the problem, so that's not the problem. So can you go back? So when you use disk service, you need to set the host. So probably this test might not be setting the host.
Service URL.
And if you add it there, it doesn't work. So you might need to do it in another way. Maybe that's not the right way to do it in this context.
What is this? Oh, do we need to pass this?
I don't know what that is. Service URL. I don't know. You have to search for it.
Like maybe that's put blob. Direct uploads here.
Returns a URL that can be used to directly upload a file.
So I guess
I don't think it's related, but could be. I don't know.
No, because you see that maybe here's one way we can check. You know what? This one is calling that method, right? So what happens if we try to access here?
Blob URL.
Oops. So if it is like just a matter of calling that, it should work there.
Should comment your test there.
I think I comment the assertion. Oh, okay, so that's not it. 86. Yeah.
What is the error again?
It's the same, right?
No, it's different.
Cannot generate URL.
Yeah, so probably on this test you can do this. You have to set something up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not gonna work.
Okay. But that's useful though.
You need to set up something before you run the test to be able to access the URL. So that's why that has nothing to do with
okay.
raw routes.
I see. So how can we what do you think? We search for .url here? This is the same. Blob test expected URL. Oh, this one does. Right? So let's see.
Blob test.
Where is that?
It's a model test.
Test models. Okay. So let's see how it is configured then. Test helper, database setup. They are requiring this. Method call, assertions, create blob.
Search for URL there.
Okay. Let's do .url. Okay. So we have here freeze time. Okay, it's just because they're testing the. Okay.
Is there any config in this file?
So the only difference that I'm seeing is this one. And then let's see, this one is inheriting from test case. This one as well. This one is from integration test.
Can you search for config on blob test?
This one?
Yeah. What I would do, I would just duplicate one of the tests there and then add the draw routes false and see what happens.
In here?
Yeah.
Okay, where was...
Search for it, URL. Yeah.
This one, right? So
Just
we can...
try that, see what happens.
Let me copy. Blob, create blob. Okay, let's run this test. Let me just check what it is. Models blob test. Okay, so oh, it's just test. Models blob. Let's see. Already defined.
You maybe need to change the test name.
Oh, that's right. I thought of doing that and I was like, oh no.
Doesn't matter.
Testing. Okay. Is there someone watching? Yeah. Okay. I'm confused.
So this is probably not doing anything.
If we do this, will it complain or something? Okay. So it is trying to get things. But it's not doing anything.
So we have to figure out how to change the config on one of the tests. I don't know. We have to read some tests.
Yeah.
Understand.
Open with integrity. Active support testing. Method call assertions. I don't think that's... Okay, so do you want to take a look at the test helper? Probably. Configuration file. Rails active storage. Create blob. Oh, okay. This is, yeah, I was looking for this. Where was that coming from? Upload file blob. Rec test to storage.
Guess we should read some of the tests.
Yeah.
Try
Okay.
to understand how they work. Maybe one that has config related stuff.
Okay, so where would that be? Not a,
Search.
like dot config? Or
Yeah.
just config. Test helper require no.
Not test helper. Just try search dot config. Yeah, so this one, let's see.
No, this is us.
Okay.
Res application dot configure
No.
do.
It's just the environment.
Okay, assets,
I want a real test.
cookies, blob test. Oh, that's us. Azure disk service, active. Okay, mirror.
So see that they load a file. Which file is this one here?
Active storage.
Service configure. Do you think that they load this file and uses as the configuration for the test?
You see, it is calling that Rails application routes. Default URL. Oh, isn't this related? Ensure.
See how they also work with the current host here?
Disk service test. Please set. Yeah, that's the error that we are getting. Right? Cannot generate URL. Please set.
So I guess if you do, let's see, if you duplicate this guy and then you change the configuration there, I don't know if you can change. That's the problem.
You mean change it here to something else?
No, so we want to change the draw routes configuration, right? But I don't know how to change it on the test.
Yeah.
So we need an example or another test that is doing that. Because maybe you can't do that. Maybe you have to like load some dummy config.
Right. Temporary config.
Yeah, like I wonder if this is kind of how they do it. So
Okay.
maybe like it just loads the configuration. I would keep searching for it like .config. Let's see what else we have.
Maybe we
But on the
can
tests, not on
just okay. But that's all that I found. Like test .config.
Yeah, so let's see what we got here.
So we have configuration, service, okay, local, direct uploaders, service configuration, Rails application, that's us. Configure, Rails application.configure do.
Or if you do dot here. Is that us?
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they never set it. So maybe you can't set it. Maybe you have to load it from a file or something.
Let's see.
Can you, if you go back, so remove the dot. Yeah, let's see this one. Can you go to the right? Let's see what we got there.
So set up. Blah.
Yeah, see that I guess they load this service configurations thing variable. Search for service configuration. Let's see how they set that up. I guess it might be on the test helper, right?
Oops. Oh, I miss Ruby mine now.
On the test helper, they get the configuration from
service configurations.
File. Let's look at that YAML file. So service.
Just a second. Service configurations.
Is that it? Can you go back to the...
I don't... where were we? Here? No.
Just go to the search again. See here. Service. What else?
Configurations.yaml. So, sorry.
So
service.
Folder service.
This is the one.
Or services.
Service.
Configuration. Let's see the example maybe.
Okay. Private key, Azure.
Yeah, but this is just a service configuration. Doesn't have anything to do with the Rails configuration, right? So would you even be able to do this there? Because maybe that's why someone said to add the test to Railties, because maybe Railties has the Rails configuration there that you can change.
Yeah.
Let's look at the Railties tests and see. Maybe just undo everything.
Yeah. Discard.
The rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. So that would be... I have no idea where that is.
I guess it makes sense. So
this one.
So I think that the active storage module is only concerned with active storage stuff, but we are talking about routes, which is related to other parts of Rails and not related to active storage. So maybe you can't really do that there. Maybe it doesn't make sense. So we need to add a test to a place that has the routes, has a config that you can just say, you can just set draw routes false. Because active storage, it sounds like it's just a service thing. So it doesn't know anything about Rails configuration, routes or anything.
I see.
But yeah, that's my guess. I don't know.
Makes sense. Okay. Can I then let's take a look at the royalties. Gluing the engine to the rails. Railties is responsible for gluing all frameworks together. Handles the bootstrapping process for Rails application. Manages the Rails command line interface. Provides the Rails generator core. Okay. So I guess we will also need to...
Let's look at one Railties test.
Okay. Let's see if they have anything regarding to URL.
Active storage.
Active storage. Okay, so we have... Oops, sorry. We have some stuff. So we have in here configuration test. We have loading test, but I don't think... Okay, I don't think this is it. We have shared generator. I also... active storage. Okay, assert. Alright, it looks like the first one. Use frameworks. Okay. Package engine tests. Creator. Okay, I think
the first one looks interesting.
So let's take a look. Wow, look at the size of this. So I just want to search for active storage. So we have it here, analysis, default.
Yeah, it's a good chunk of it. Yeah.
Active storage, queue. Oh, here, routes. I mean, this looks promising. So test active storage routes prefix can be configured via config. Isn't this what we were doing? Config. Oops, sorry. Active storage dot draw routes. Yeah. Okay. So that looks promising. Application config. Oh, see?
Yeah, you could add stuff there and see if the route gets generated.
Awesome.
Or you get an error.
So I guess...
No, don't change this. Just duplicate it.
Well, we can always just test really quick. So,
draw routes.
Let me just change the name of the test, otherwise it will complain. Remember, he said I already have one like this. So, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Where is this again? Railties test.
So we have to change the...
right.
The folder.
Okay, and then we do test. Application configuration test. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it just took us 1 hour to to potentially find where to change.
Where to write the test.
Where to write the test, yeah. So, oh, the cats are sleeping. Snapdragon.
Do you need to run bundle install then?
Potentially. We changed the module, right? Let's...
we'll see.
It will tell us. I was pretty sure I saw somewhere that how we could run... I don't remember. But I will figure it out because it will save us some time. It's okay. Wow.
It's a huge file.
Yeah, we will definitely need. So
it's funny how on that comment from someone, he said to look at the active storage routes file, right? It doesn't look like there's a test that is specific to that file either.
you mean here?
Yeah, so this file here. So doesn't seem that there's a test that is specific to this file. But I guess it makes sense because maybe you can't really.
Isn't this the one? I don't know. It's just that it can be configured. Because that's the URLs, right?
Yeah, you're right. So that's where it lives, I guess. So they even have draw routes. See? Oh, this is ours. Okay.
No, this is not. Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, so this might be more interesting.
Actually, okay. Did it finish?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, let me. Wait a second.
Draw routes. Yeah, so that's exactly what we need to figure out.
Oh. So it's testing that active storage can be configured via. Okay, so it's just testing that if you pass it false, you won't have this. But then what we want is to include this, right?
To always include it?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess so.
That's my understanding.
But only if it's disk service or something.
Yeah, so we would need to implement this, right? So here's my understanding. My understanding is, oh my god. This, my understanding here is we want this test to
So I see what you mean. You want this line to be...
Yeah, and update and call update Rails disk service. I guess that's because that's the method here, right? Update Rails disk service. Oh no, it's just Rails disk service.
Can you show the whole line?
Rails disk service. Yeah.
So I guess you want this to be true, right?
This or this one?
Yeah, assert. I guess. Yeah, this one. Assert includes. Is that what we want?
I think so. Let's. Because when we look at the error here, we get that one, right? We get. Yeah, Rails disk service URL. So it seems to me that this is the one. So let's see. I guess this is it. Are you also watching here? Okay. I really want to just test one line. Name some tests. Def.
I guess you can name it and then run it.
See? But this is... You mean put it like a...
If you give it a normal name instead of instead of a string, you can probably run it.
Okay, let's wait it finish this time and then we try it.
Oh, I guess it looks like you can just pass in the name.
Ruby the file. What about that? Okay. So expected prefix verb, controller action.
Search for disk service.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Update.
Yeah, so it means it's working. So that's what we wanted.
Okay.
It doesn't include the
right.
route.
Now, something that I'm not sure is if we also want this. So I would just add a comment like, do we also want this? I think so. Because if you want to get it, I feel like you want the entire feature, like Rails disk service, right? Not just have the URLs, but also manipulate it if you want. So from here, oh, what happened? No, it's frozen. Oh no. So from the comment, oh damn it, what happened? What? Okay, we're back. So from his comment here, what he's saying is then we need to go in the config routes, which is here, right? So Rails, but then we are back to the Rails active storage. Config routes. And then we can just like test here first. And then we extract this somewhere like he say. So this is the existing behavior. And then what he's saying is we want this to be everything like here.
I don't know. I have to read this file. I don't know what is going on.
And then here. Yeah, because this is like this is where it is setting up the disk service URL.
Is it? Route. What is route prefix?
Scope. Routes prefix.
Scope. Oh, I see. So can you show it side by side? Well, it doesn't matter. Can you go back?
Yeah, let me go back here. I don't. So this is the way it is.
So active storage routes prefix. And then you set up the prefixes. Can you go back there?
always draw the specific routes for it.
So I guess the draw routes check is down there. Can you go down there? On the files, if you go down.
Dot drum, right?
Yeah,
Here, okay.
see? So this whole block only gets executed if you have draw route. So maybe you can start by moving that
right
up there.
Oh yeah, we did this last time, right? Gotcha. I gotcha. So this
And
right.
then you have this thing.
And then it's everything,
And
right?
then end.
Okay.
Which should give you the same behavior.
And
then what he said there is if, else if or something. Can you go back? Else if
this.
And then you do this.
Yeah, okay. What is this? So if
so down here line 80.
Right. It's been I was like, what? I see.
So if you have disk service enable, you only draw these two. Okay. So just put true for now, maybe, because we don't have that yet.
Okay.
And then we could test it maybe.
Yeah. But then we called it this test, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Implement disk service enabled. That would be where we also have these draw routes, right?
Yeah.
So while the tests are running, I imagine it's also in the active storage. So
maybe let's change the tests to make sure we got what we want instead of jumping around. So
we are testing this. Let's see.
So let's see.
Else if true syntax unexpected, expecting and
the X-ray in there. So line 87 can remove it.
but I need this here. What? How do you? Because this is closing this one.
Maybe you need an extra in here.
No.
That's funny.
He doesn't have the.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's no do there.
Yeah, I was like.
I was thinking about Elixir. So yeah, that's. No, you do need the do there. No, go back. So.
That one. Yeah, sorry.
Just for the if, you don't need the do. My bad.
But it's been a while I don't do an if else. So I was like, do we need that one? Okay. Maybe. Let's see. Web back. I see. Okay. Okay. We already got one.
I guess in this case you could just change that existing test, no? You don't need I don't think you need a new one.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, because you're just kind of inverting the existing one.
Okay, so yeah, because they're saying that regardless of what did they say here? Some disk service, yeah, like probably makes sense for us to draw the disk related routes irrespective of the draw routes.
Yeah.
Setting if the disk service is currently active.
Yeah, see, disk service and update, so you probably can just
I see.
flip those two asserts.
Okay, so let's.
You can probably just remove this new test.
Okay, and then
just flip those two there.
Okay.
Maybe that's what we need.
Okay, so maybe we can just like put it. Okay, I need to step up 5 minutes. 1 minute. So it worked.
Yeah, I guess so.
Nice. That's expected. I mean, well, we still need to implement the disk service enabled, which I have no idea how to do, but we can take a look at the draw at the routes.
I'd love to run just that test.
Just that one. Let me see. Oh, so you want like to... We could do something like this. Oops.
Yeah.
Then dash name. Testing routes. Let's see. No, the next. Oh, maybe. Oh, we don't need this. Why?
It's Elixir.
Let's see. Yay! Okay. Oh, it's not running. 0 runs.
Yeah, no assertions.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Ha. That's... What happened here? What happened here? The mouse.
Dash, yeah, dash name. You can use regex as well.
Assert includes, and then if we
Maybe if you do active storage draw routes on the dash n.
in the
No, just go back. Copy this part here, like draw routes, yeah. And then when you run the test, so on dash name, you just do a reject, so slash, yeah, try that, and then, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Come on, Rails. Don't fail us. 1 runs.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
So let me copy this because I don't want to remember this next time. Okay, so that's good. We were able to test that by changing here. If you set the draw routes to false, you will get the disk service URLs.
Yeah. So just put false here and
let's
see if it fails.
Okay, so let's see. Okay. Oops, sorry. This is fun.
Now we know what we're doing.
Yeah, I think after almost 2 hours, things are starting to make sense.
Yeah. It's normal. So why do you need Webpacker again for running a test? Yeah, so that's good. That's expected. So the test makes sense. That's what we want.
Right.
And now we need to implement
this.
Yeah.
So let's see where this is defined. I guess that's probably where we would need to implement. So def draw. It was I think I saw some.
So it's probably not
in
that way that they do it. So it's probably like like a method or like a configuration or something.
changing.
So see the accessor.
The flow through.
So it's just an accessor. So we would have to look at how it's done, so how that service works. So can you open active storage?
Yes.
So let's go to the, let's see, active storage.rb.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the accessors there. Go up. Auto load. Yeah, I guess. Maybe let's look at service.
Mm-hmm. I think local service. Want to search for?
No, we will have to understand how they do it. So you
Hmm.
can just simply add something there. You have to
Upload.
understand how to add that method.
Exist stuff.
So active storage requires active support.
Version.
Blah, blah, blah.
Errors. What is Marshall?
I don't know.
Attached. Okay, so queues, analyzers, routes, prefix, default, Rails, active storage.
So what I would do, I would open IRB or Rails console. Well, I guess you would need to be, because I want to see which methods active storage have. But maybe we should just read the code and see how they do it. Can you go up? No. So let's see. So open analyzer.
Abstract class.
Is there a test? Maybe let's look at the tests.
Models.
I guess not.
Service. This was the one we were.
Service URL.
Where is application route?
Because if you just simply go here on active storage, no,
Where?
not on the test, on the,
Here?
yeah. So, yeah, it's probably not the right way to do it, but you could just add a method there. But it's probably not the way to do it.
Okay, I have a way to see that. Like, what if we go to this file and we see when this was added, and then we can see how it was implemented. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Like config routes, active storage, storage services, active storage. What is the name? Draw routes.
So draw routes is just an accessor for the module. We want to implement a method, not an accessor, I would think.
Direct.
Maybe let's look at another one.
Okay, yeah, I'm not.
Let's see, maybe active model. Yeah, just open. Active model. So let's see, go up. And just pick callbacks, for example. Module, active model. Callbacks. Maybe if you just extend.
I think this is way beyond my.
So can you look at another one? Because maybe you can just add another class there.
Auto load.
Action view.
Action pack.
Back version. Yeah, I guess I could do something like that, maybe. So you just create a new file on the same module and then add a method there. You just create a new file.
Like here? In service, I guess?
No. I think it would be, let's see, active storage, analyzer, engine. Let's see engine. Let's see errors. Yeah, so probably let's create a new file. Just call it whatever. We can think about something better. .rb, and then it should be on the same module. So module active storage. And then if you add method self dot that method that we want.
Think.
Yeah, something like that.
Oops.
And just return true. And go back to active storage here. So let's see if do we need to import something, I guess. Yeah.
Let's
Require maybe. Not sure if it's needed, but
you want let's
let's try it without it. Yeah.
Let's try it and then we okay. Alright, so we're trying to make this work.
Yeah. So run the test.
This one, right? Okay. I'm still not sure where then is this coming from.
So this is an attribute. So if you go down here, see draw route somewhere here.
Default
It's
true.
just an accessor. It's just like a attribute for the module.
Okay. Let's see. Down.
So
Looks like it worked.
Good.
One run, 10 assert.
So let's double check. Let's see if it's being called. So on whatever, just do a puts hello or something. Just make sure. But I guess that's working. But you have to return true, right?
Well, I thought you wanted to test.
Yeah, but you still keep the...
Whatever. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so m attribute accessor is a module accessor. So it's pretty much like an attribute that lives on the module. But we don't want that. We want a method, not an accessor.
So I didn't see the boots.
Search
Right.
for it.
I just ran.
Maybe they don't. Just put return false there.
Yeah. Because then it should.
If it breaks, then.
All right. So. Okay.
Yeah, so looks like it works. We just need to give it a better name and implement the functionality.
Yeah. That's all. I think then this one could be.
Do you want to stop? No.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess this is a good place. Like, what we need to do, we need to check if the current storage adapter is using the disk service.
Yeah, something like that.
We need to rename this into something.
Or put it somewhere better, because we have to read the code to know where to put it. Maybe there's a better place already, but yeah.
Somewhere else. And we also need to I think it's Andrew, his name, he said to just extract this. This is, where is the end of that one? This, right? I think that what he wants is like, we can just call this draw, and then we put this in another file.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I will leave it this way.
So you can reuse it.
Yeah, so extract the disk service routes to a different file. Yeah.
Do you want to commit as it is?
Yeah, I think so. Then we just
we can always squash it or
rename
change the commits later.
Let's just say if this is not breaking something else, that would be nice. But I'm happy with it. Like, we learned about the royalties, and even though it was recommended for us to go straight to royalties, but like I didn't understand why, but now I do. So that's great. We learned how are the class methods defined a little bit. We will find it better next time. But we were able to kind of fix it. We just need to make it like better before. And the best part, I mean, the most important part, which is to actually check if the current storage adapter, which I have no idea how to do, but we will figure it out.
So one thing that is cool here is that they have tests for the routes, right?
Yeah.
And so this test here is changing configuration of the Rails application itself.
Yeah.
And then it's probably just calling Rails routes, just like on a console. And then selecting only the active storage stuff. And then it's just doing an assert on the Rails routes. Because those, for people that know Rails, is just Rails routes is just a command that shows all the routes for the Rails application. And they're just saying, okay, so if you do this here, the Rails routes output should give you the routes you want, which is kind of interesting. So they're not like testing the service itself. They're just calling Rails routes and seeing what you get, which is pretty interesting how they do it here. So it's just like they're just like parsing this file and getting the results here, which is pretty interesting.
That was nice, I guess. So let's just double check. Yeah. Okay. So let's give a commit. I think. Yeah, we will also improve this. We will extract it. Oops. We will also fix this.
You can always amend it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So do you want to we will modify the commit, but do you want like to add like what do we need to do that next? So implement disk service enabled.
I would say whip and then
Yeah.
draw routes for disk service. Always draw routes for disk service, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Something like that.
Draw routes for disk service. Active storage. Disk service. Okay, yeah, we will. I mean, just writing the commit. I was taking a look at the documentation. You have to, of course, explain why, change, add also to the change log, and you also put like your name, like who's authoring the commit, and then you have to squash the commit. So that's going to be really interesting. Like, I'm really looking forward to that part. Okay.
So, is origin your fork? Is that it?
Yes. Yes, because I have my hours and Rails.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with it. Should we give like an update or something? I don't think so, right? Like we are working on it.
Maybe you can mention. I guess it doesn't matter now, but on the commit you could mention the issue.
Oh, I see.
So that maybe it's gonna appear there on the issue, but this is not important right now.
Gotcha. Where? I think we can definitely put it. Oh, it's on hexdevs. How can I go?
What do you want to do?
I just wanted to see the... Oh, there, see? I just wanted to see all of our changes. Yeah, like, I won't open, I just want to compare. Yeah, oh, damn it, I'll have to fix all of this. I don't think I have the... Oh yeah, we have to run the Robocop stuff.
Oh.
It's really interesting. Okay. How can I like reset the commit and put the issue?
Can amend it. Git commit dash amend. Just enter. And then
Okay.
you change it.
What is the number? Like this? No.
Just put it on another line, and I guess you have to put the whole URL, no? Because it's a different repo.
Ah, that's right. So fix. Oops.
I guess you're not really fixing it right now, right?
No. Work. No. Work related to...
Yeah, something like that.
Oops.
And then push with force, I guess.
All right. So it should have something here, right? Yep. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
We just have to implement the method itself and understand, because that's something that someone mentioned, I think at the Van Ruby, like the local Ruby meetup, that the Rails code is so abstracted, like it is too abstract, like it's so it's so how can I say, it's such a good code that is super dry, super abstract, you know.
Yeah,
So-
like everything is kind of
Yeah,
separated.
exactly. So it's a lot of things, but I'm really excited. I think we're doing some progress in it, surely. And it just took us 2 hours to do that, so I guess that's it. So
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's a new code base for us.
yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm sure we will fix it soon. So let us know if there's someone else there. The idea is actually to go through the issues and, you know, do it like real, the real experience. And yes, we're looking forward to finishing this one. So thanks everyone. That was super. I'm having lots of fun. So make sure to subscribe, because then when we are able to completely fix this issue, you will be notified. I think that's all in our side. Thiago's like sending emojis. All right.
Yeah, that was cool. I've learned some new stuff, so thanks for joining.
Bye.